sorry, that was a mistake, because this is not TTW, this is TTW Extreme Rules. So, hello everybody and welcome to our first ever special event, pay-per-view, whatever you want to call it. TTW Extreme Rules. Every single match on the card has an extreme stipulation. And also, all 4 championships are on the line on this show. So, without further ado, I think we should probably talk about some of these matches. The first match will be the triple threat for the TTW Channel Championship, which will be a ladder match. I'll go into the rules during the load screens. Between Terrible Tool, Crimson Studios and the TTW Channel Champion, the Fudd. Next, we have a Hell in a Cell match. Aries Cat's Meow versus Mrs. Fudd. We have the Tag Team Championship match in an Extreme Rules match, which is Grab Shiny versus the Cabin Boys. Next, we have a Steel Cage match, Bobby versus Gerald Dun. Next, we have a triple threat TLC match, Kinko Clicks versus Amelia Jane versus Uber Noob for the TTW Women's Championship. Next, we have an Extreme Rules match, which is Hero of Ogval versus Casual Jake. And finally, our main event is for the TTW World Heavyweight Championship, Aries Den versus Major Sven Gaming. So, as I say, I'd like to say hello to everybody here. I can say Arctos, Goddess, of course, Mrs. Fudd, Aries Den, and CJ Spider-Man. Sorry if I've missed anyone who's not on, who's commented beforehand, but let's get on with this, shall we? The first match will be the TTW Channel Championship ladder match. Now, the rules of this match is very simple. The TTW Channel Championship will be hung high above the ring. The first person to climb a ladder and retrieve the TTW Channel Championship will be declared the TTW Channel Champion. More hashtags, I still believe in Sven. Ooh, 7 views. That's nice. Nice, very nice. So I hope everyone is looking forward to this. Also, I might want you know to know earlier on today I poked around with the calendar of TTW in game and rearranged some of the pay-per-views. So maybe WrestleMania might be coming a bit sooner than in a year. In about 6 months, if I worked it out correctly. But we still have the Royal Rumble, Survivor Series, and SummerSlam a lot sooner as well. So let's get this party started, shall we? Who have we got to win this match? We have a Terrible Tool, Crimson Studios, Ryan, or the Fudd. Entering the match, entering the ring, the first #1 contender, Terrible Tool. I feel like I'm speaking a little bit too fast right now. Maybe I should slow it down. We've got a big event. Maybe supposed to have the gameplay on. Maybe someone's smart in the family, and unlike the good old ktfudd. Even I'm getting confused now with all the Fudds. Stop. Just remember, CJ Spider-Man. We're better than YouTubers in the ring. Shots fired. And entering the ring, the competitor from Crimson Studios, Ryan. Yeah. Boo Sven. Sven's not even in this match. Sven is in the main event. And maybe everyone will get their way and he will lose the championship tonight. Maybe. Aries Den might be victorious. We don't know. But he will be competing in a Falls Count Anywhere match. I think I forgot to say that earlier. And the champion. He is your TTW channel champion, Chris. Done it again. The Fudd. I stopped using my old wrestling name and used the Fudd. Well, I have demanded Vince McMahon's for a TTW invasion, but he ain't listening. So maybe some people in YouTubers in the ring should start demanding it as well. Well, I don't know. I don't know how you can say it's rigged, because this is a triple threat match. So the odds are not in the favour of the champion. Plus, there's no championship advantage in this match. There is no countouts. There is no disqualification. So there is the channel champion. What? Oh, sorry. Yes, I'll fix that. Apologies if someone's come here expecting Tomb Raider. I will be playing more Tomb Raider, so hopefully if you reload soon, that will fix it. And the Fudd is down already. You want Tomb Raider? Well, there is the first level of Tomb Raider up on my channel already. I was playing it earlier. Hello, Grab Shiny! And a aeroplane spin from Ryan. I don't think this is the right match for an aeroplane spin. This is a triple threat match. You've got to watch your back at all times. This is a ladder match, isn't it? I don't see it. Hang on, I don't think this is a ladder match. This is supposed to be a ladder match. Apologies, I'm gonna have to start this again. It needs to be a ladder match. I've advertised a ladder match. Yeah, it says normal match. Apologies. I have to edit it. Well, I'll do this for now. I think that's done right. And that is not what I wanted. Yep. As earlier, everything is all going to shits. Today's not my day to stream, apparently. First off, I want... If I do that, that'll be faster. Terrible tool. No, I do not want Roman Reigns. I want Crimson Studios. Alright, thank you. And then finally, the Fudd. And make sure the title is on the line, because that is the most important out of all of the things. Except while I'm here, I'll just double check to make sure the rest of the matches are all okay. I'm really sorry about these, ladies and gentlemen. Ladder match, that's a Hell in a Cell, that's Extreme Rules, that's a Steel Cage, that's a TLC, that's Extreme Rules, that's a Falls Count Anywhere. Start show. I'm assuming William is sleeping then. Yes. And let's just make sure everything is right here. Just double checking. Yeah. And now back to the gameplay. I very much apologize once again. This isn't not you talk about TNA's burning down the building. There's always the pyro that burnt the Undertaker, and he still competed in an elimination chamber match. Oh, Bowles is here. Came just in the nick of time. Everything went to shit. So like, oh, nothing went to shit, did it? Everyone, Bowles, everything is fine. So I'll be skipping these entrances this time. Unsub again. That was the first ever pay-per-view Hannah watched. Yeah, Hannah remembers. Because I remember going really surprised. That going, they must be really going crazy because you want to see. Okay. TTW Channel Championship. Okay, this time it is a ladder match. And they are off. Crimson Studios attacking Terrible Tool. And the Fudd goes straight for the ladder. Trusty old Fudd likes to play with his toys. And just hits Crimson Studios Ryan with the ladder over and over again. Which is very surprising. I would have thought he'd be going for Terrible Tool after the rivalry they've been having lately, but it looks like he's going straight for his championship. Oh, please don't. And Tool climbs the ladder. And a strike to the midsection, and again. I'm not sure how the ladder match works in this one. I haven't actually played a ladder match myself, so I'm not sure whether it's a continuation, you've got to grab it for so long, or whether it knocks down the more people grab it. So, is the problem with going straight in for simulated gameplay. But anyway, Crimson Studios Ryan sets up the ladder and strikes the Fudd. Terrible Tool seems to be on the outside, and the aeroplane spin, giving Terrible Tool enough time to recover on the outside and rolls in back into the ring. Terrible Tool climbs the ladder. Hello, Lady K. aka Kelly from the Four Druids. Strike. And the knee to the head. Terrible pull. Picks up the ladder. The Fudd takes the ladder. And just hits Tool round the head with that steel ladder. And the Fudd climbs to the top. He reaches for the silver because it's not gold. And Terrible Tool meets him up there. And again that strikes the midsection. And a second. And just knocking the Fudd off the top. Now Terrible Tool is going for the belt. But Crimson Studios removes the ladder and Tool falls down. I'm not that ripped in the game. If anything, I've got a bit of a beer belly compared to everyone else. Goes for a scissor kick and a high knee. Take off the ankles and strike to the back. And just a planting down the Fudd. Strike to the midsection. It's a Terrible Tool. And a clothesline. If anything, I wish I had that good a beard. And Crimson Studios Ryan with a belly to belly off the top rope. Yeah, this is coming from one half of the TTW Tag Team Champions. So yeah. And the Hurricane Runner. And Ryan takes Terrible Tool into the corner. And Terrible Tool takes him to the top. What's he got in mind? It's a superplex. No, not a super. Oh, wait, no. Brainbuster onto the top rope. Ow. Terrible Tool is not messing around and just tosses the Fudd over onto the knee. And the ladder slides to the outside. And now these two rivals are going at it. Arm wrench, but a forearm. Okay, Grab Shiny. You've got a while before your match, so just a heads up. And drop down. And just dropping the ladder onto the gut of Crimson Studios Ryan. Fudd's to his feet. Can he get into? Yep, he's back into the inside. Terrible Tool sets up the ladder. He starts to climb. The long, slow climb. But the Fudd just pushes the ladder over. Ryan with a right hook. And Ryan just jumps to the outside. Takes the ladder. What's he got in mind? Oh, he pushes it into the ring. And a power slam. And Terrible Tool takes the Fudd to the outside. Terrible Tool picks up the ladder. Vote cat fight. There will later on Mrs. Fudd versus Aries Cat's Meow inside Hell in a Cell. Well, that's called a spoiler, Kelly. I haven't actually put you in yet. Well, I've made you, but I haven't actually put you in yet. So I have plans. That's all I'm going to say. Oh, and Terrible Tool's going for the belt, but denied by the Fudd. Just more and more gut punches. the gut of steel from Terrible Tool, but then thrusted down. The Fudd goes for the belt, but Ryan pushes down the ladder. And Ryan goes for the championship. And we have ourselves a timeout. And the Fudd pushes Ryan off. We used to... I've got plans, okay? I've got plans. And a right hook. Another right. And another one. And another one. And another one. Just continuously strike. And Ryan pushes the ladder. Unfortunately, you can't do mixed tags in this. It's stupid. And is Crimson Studios gonna become no? Crimson Studios is hanging on, and a powerbomb onto the ladder. And Terrible Tool just dropping the ladder on top of Crimson Studios, and Crimson Studios just rolls to the outside. And Terrible Tool. Yeah, you can't have men versus women in this one. It's the biggest pile of bullshit ever. And Terrible Tool with both men on the outside, both men getting to their feet. Has he got enough time? And Terrible Tool is the new channel champion. That doesn't work. It would have to be Kelly and Hannah, well, Kelly versus Hannah in one match, and Graham versus Fudd in another. Or Fudd versus Graham with Kelly and Hannah on the outside, or vice versa. But yes, we have ourselves a new channel champion. And it had to be Terrible Tool. The rivalry looks like it's going to continue between these two. That could work if I make one of us. Yeah. But say I have plans. Okay, our next match we have Aries Cat's Meow versus Mrs. Fudd inside Hell in a Cell, unless it's fucked up, but I double checked and it did say Hell in a Cell, but it doesn't say Hell in a Cell anywhere there, so I don't know. Yes, this match started when Mrs. Fudd attacked Aries Cat's Meow backstage because Aries failed to get into the Cabin Cats faction, and because Mrs. Fudd wasn't even offered an opportunity, she didn't like that very much, so there's the attack. So who do we have to win this match? It better be bloody Hell in a Cell, that's all I'm saying. Enter in the ring. Aries Cat's Meow. She looks hyped. She looks ready to fight. She doesn't look happy. Well, she was attacked backstage. Yes, it is Hell in a Cell. Is inside Hell in a Cell. There is no disqualifications, no countouts. The ring will be surrounded by a giant metal structure that can be used as a weapon to keep the competitors in the ring, as well as keeping other people out. And entering the ring, Mrs. Fudd, aka Hannah. And Aries Cat's jumping out of the ring. She knows what Mrs. Fudd is capable of. I think that's a wise move. I would love a green screen backdrop. And the cell is lowered. And the bell rings and we're off. To win this match is a simple pinfall or submission. But inside this hell structure. And Aries goes straight in. And just kicking Mrs. Fudd. And now Mrs. Fudd with a curb stomp. These two were going at it. This has been dubbed Battle of the Brides. Because of course Mrs. Fudd is the wife of the Fudd. But also Aries Cat's Meow is the wife of Casual Jake. So, and a right hook, and a right hook and just chopping down by Mrs. Fudd, and a leg sweep. It's not a cage match, it's a Hell in a Cell. The cage match is between Bobby and Gerald Undone, and they're slightly different rules. And drop in the elbow. And a high knee. And Mrs. Fudd goes into the corner. And a shooting star press, but missed. And Mrs. Fudd stomps. and it's no cut down. Now Mrs. Fudd's time to go to the top rope. And a frog splash. But this time it connects. Mrs. Fudd picks up Aries. But Aries with an arm drag. And a strike to the back. Mrs. Fudd takes Aries to the outside. And a hangman DDT. Mrs. Fudd playing to the crowd. Strike to the back. And a super kick. A jawbreaker. And a neck breaker. A strike to the back of the head by Mrs. Fudd. And an uppercut. These two are just fighting each other. And Mrs. Fudd just slamming. Oh, is she calling for it? What's she calling for? It's the Bunny Slayer! 1, 2, 3, and Mrs. Fudd wins. The cell didn't even come into play. Just one bunny slayer was all it took. Rigged. The Fudd lost the championship. Do I have to do anything else to prove to you it's not rigged? Okay, off to our next match, which I believe... That's wrong. It is the tag team match. It is a Extreme Rules match between the team of Grab Shiny and the tag team champions, the team of Brandolph and Poofy Gaming, the Cabin Boys. Now, in an Extreme Rules match, there is no disqualifications, no countouts. Anything goes. So, this should go. This should be one hell of a match, especially with the way that Grab Shiny keeps bringing out the chairs to prove a point. Grab Shiny won the right to choose what match they wanted. They said Extreme Rules, so here we are. That's okay, Kelly. The team Grab Shiny, or Grab Shiny, or whatever you want to call them, have had the Cabins Boys number the entire way. Each of these men have had singles matches, and Grab Shiny have come out on top every single time. Poofy says they're going down, but only time will tell. Entering the ring first, the challengers. Grab Shiny. Team of John and Jack. And before you say anything, Kelly, his name does end in a H? K? No, H. Because I ended it in a K and it was wrong in a big poo-ha. It's spelled right. My body's what's in the box, cause when the child something boys till the day we dead, we got fists on fire and a neck all red. No frills with these guys. What did you miss? You missed the Fudd losing the channel championship to Terrible Tool, and you missed the Hell in a Cell match between Mrs. Fudd and Aries Cat's Meow, which Mrs. Fudd won easily. There was no real competition. The cell didn't even come into play.
It's a new day. Yes, it is.
And entering the ring, one half of the TTW Tag Team Champions, Brandolph. One of the biggest fan favorites here in TTW. Boo Brand Boo. Wanting to start fights in the comments there. Hannah. Okay, Mrs. Fudd. Booing Sven. I got to admit, the Grab Shiny boys are impressing me a lot. And his tag team partner, the other half of the TTW Tag Team Champions, Poofy Gaming. In all fairness, I think we can all agree choosing someone to root for on behalf of their awesome beard there is not much better reason to root for someone. And this is for the TTW Tag Team Championships. These two look extremely calm, very confident. In my opinion, the champions are looking a bit nervous. And again, this is for the TTW Tag Team Championships. Will the team of the Cabin Boys be kissing the belts goodbye? I personally think John's got a better beard. It's no Neelis beard, but oh, of course, this is an Extreme Rules match. There is no tag in necessary. All men in the ring at once. And John takes out the leg. But remember, the pinfall still has to happen inside the ring. Or, well, it could be submission as well. Submissions do count. And it's very difficult to tell who's got the upper hand because... Oh, Brandolph reverses the suplex and now the Cabin Boys seem to be on top. But no, Zach flips over, and now the Team Grab Shiny are just taking it to him. There is 0. Oh, are we going to see our first toy? No, Poof. Oh, here comes a table. We have a table. And Poofy just taking John far away from the action. This could... Poofy just attacking John on the outside. But Brandolph with a leg... No, not leg sweep. A face buster. Brandolph with the arm wrench. And Poofy just attacking John on the outside. Poofy has all the confidence that Brandolph can do this. Because it's good that John is out of the match. Oh, John reverses with a suplex. And Brandolph drops the elbow. Brandolph with the camel clutch. But Zach sneaks out the back door. Now Zach goes to the outside. John... Oh, Zach is looking for some toys. But no. Stopped by Brandolph. And a snap suplex. And it seems like both these two have switched places. Now we have John and Poofy in the ring, and Brandolph and Zach on the outside. And a big power bomb there by John. And Brandolph throwing Zach into the ring. Zach with a toe hold there. Zach just attacking the legs of Brandolph while Poofy wrenches the neck of John. It looks like Zach going for some toys. Oh, Poofy with the first cover. 1, 2, and a kick out by John. Oh, if we haven't had enough ladders already. And Brandolph is the first to taste metal. John just, Zach just striking down on Brandolph with the ladder. But Poofy looks like he's going for a powerbomb. And hits John with the powerbomb. Brandolph takes him into the corner, and Poof takes him into the other. What's Poofy going? Minor John. It's a springboard drop kick. Well, in all fairness, Brandolph does like to talk out of his ass. I love you too, honey. And a neck breaker. And that looked like a brain buster there to me. An uppercut. So Zach, a cover by Brand. 1, 2, and a kick out. And we have a steel chair in play. And a nasty shot to the back of Poofy. And a German suplex by John. Grab Sight Shiny boys are looking mighty confident. They ask, oh, is this what I think it is? Is it? It's a GTS! But Poofy... Oh, Poofy looks like... Is Poofy going for the Poofy plunge? No! Denied by John! With a German suplex of his own. And a cover. 1, 2, and a kick out by Brandolph. What was Poofy thinking? Just standing there. He must have had... Oh, both Zach and Poofy look like they're setting up. We've got a GTS on one side and a Poofy plunge. Hits the GTS, a bust open, and a Poofy plunge as well. But Brandolph, after taking the GTS, reverses the cover. Poofy with a pin. 1, 2, and a kick out. Brandolph picks up Zach, and a foul bomb busting open Zach. Every time I think this is over, these two just... What was a miscommunication there? That could have cost the cabin boy Zach miscommunication. And just a strike to the back of John. Zach is starting to recover. Attacks the knee. And the blood is pouring from Zach. And a cover by John. 1, 2, kick out. And then Zach with a cover of his own. 1, 2, and a kick out from Poofy. The referee was a bit distracted by John's cover, but Zach, but difficult to call so much action at once. Poofy with an arm drag. Brandolph with a shoulder barge. Poofy with a backpack stunner. 1, 2, and a kick out. And a back body drop onto the steel chair. A nasty headshot. Again, headshots are banned in the WWE, but not here in TTW. 1, 2, and a kick out. German suplex. Poofy slides to the outside, slides back in. John with a cover. 1, 2, and a kick out. In all fairness, I don't blame this referee. All he's got to do is make covers, but they're covering so often. And Poofy looks like he's going for a Poofy plunge, along with again another GTS, and this time synchronized. Who's going to make the cover? John and Poofy going to fight. John hits the DDT, busting open Poofy. Brandolph and Zach climb to their feet. Zach with a swinging neck breaker. John with a right hook. Zach with a German. It looks like Brandolph has a submission on John. Oh, there goes his potatoes. I'll read that later, Kelly. And a cover. On the ropes, ref! But Brandolph still kicks out. That move wasn't illegal, but it shouldn't have been a cover. And a DDT. This is not a false count anywhere match. Poofy with a cover. 1, 2, and a kick out. These guys are just going crazy. This is all about the championship. I'm not even sure what to call that move by Zach. John pushes off Poofy. John with a cover. 1, 2, and Poofy kicks out. Zach with a stomp. One, 2, and Poofy kicks out again. Zach looked like he was slamming Booth. I'm not sure if his head connected to the steel chair then. And a nasty looking clothesline there by John. And what the hell is Brandolph doing playing to the crowd? And a German suplex by John. A European uppercut by Brandolph. It looks like John and Brandolph. A back body drop onto the steel chair to Brandolph. A bit of miscommunication there, it looks like, by Team Grab Shiny. Zach looks like, is it Gory Special? Gory Special! Brandolph to the outside. I think the only person who hasn't been busted open is John. But maybe that might have changed it. A face buster onto the steel ladder. I don't think he's been busted open, but if anything would do it, that would. Brandolph just attacking Zach. But Zach snuck around. John seems to have been knocked out after that shot on the steel ladder. I love you too, honey. Is Brandolph even here? Oh well, Brandolph will see this eventually, and you fell, Brandolph. And into the steel steps with, and Brandolph goes into the ring, and the point of the elbow into the face of Brandolph. Both cabin boys in the ring. Brandolph, what? No! Brandolph with a leg sweep. Both cabin boys in the ring. Brandolph makes a cover. 1, 2, 3. And the cabin boys retain! They managed it! The hardest match I've ever called, possibly with the exception of the Royal Rumble. But somehow the team of the cabin boys pulled off the victory with non-stop action. How they managed it, I'm not sure, but they did. That was not what I thought was going to happen. But it was a well fought victory. And look at the blood pouring from the champions. And Poofy picks up a trombone for celebrations. Still somehow having the energy to dance, I don't know. Oh, welcome Cam. Apparently there was a new viewer that I missed. Apologies. And the next match is another match that has been building for a while. This is a steel cage match. Bobby the Sheep versus Gerald Undone. Now this fight all started at the TTW World Heavyweight Championship tournament match when Bobby the Sheep eliminated Gerald Undone, and Gerald Undone called Poofy a goat. Now hopefully I can do this and it works.
Hello, Gerald Undone! I hear that you're talking trash for me. Now I'm going to beat you and take the championship from everyone! My name is Bobby, and I'm a sheep. I'm not a goat, How dare you? I'm going to crush you like a cockroach. Goodbye, Gerald.
And there we have it. That is what Bobby thought of Gerald's comments. So let's get this underway. There's the steel cage. And enter in the ring, Bobby the Sheep. That was Bobby the Sheep, G. That was Bobby the Sheep. Unlike what people think, it is not me. I am not Bobby the Sheep. There is a link to all the channels down below of everyone that competes here in TTW. With the exception of Back Gaming, because I think he's deleted his channel. I have meaning to try and find him, but he's disappeared. He's gone off Twitter as well, so we'll have to see what happens there. And entering the ring, his opponent, Gerald Undone. These guys have fought a few times in the past few weeks in tag team matches. But this is the first time since the tournament they've gone one-on-one. Both fresh. The only excuse these two would have is that the other man is better. Or, in some case, sheep. And Gerald straight up and takes down Bobby the Sheep. Just with a half Boston Crab. And Bobby just pushes off Gerald. A strike to the head. I didn't go through the rules of this match. The rules are simple. There is pinfall and submission as in all matches, I believe. I'm not 100% because some cage matches are different. So pinfalls and submissions inside the ring, or you can win the match by escaping the cage. And a clothesline. And just elbowing the head of Bobby. Arm drag. Bobby bounces off the ropes. What's he got in mind? And a Hurricane Runner. Oh, straight right. Nothing pretty about that from Gerald. But an arm wrench. Stomp. Remember the last time these two fought one-on-one was in the tournament where Bobby came out victorious. Bobby actually came second in the TTW World Heavyweight Championship tournament. Of course, Major Sven coming out victorious. Oh, blocked by Bobby. Backbreaker, followed by a leg sweep. You saw a Wild Hannah. Wild Hannah appeared. And just drops the foot. It looks like Gerald is looking to escape the cage. Bobby climbs up after Gerald. Oh no. Just pulling him off the top of the cage. Hey Jackson. How are you? We are currently in the match between Bobby the Sheep and Gerald Undone. Gerald goes for a Senton, but Bobby avoids it. Stomping to the knees of Gerald then. This little sheep, if there's one word to describe this little guy, it's tough. And just playing with Gerald. Remember, yeah, we don't do that here. You can feel free to sub if you enjoy what you see, but we don't do sub for subs. And the leg lariat. Cover. And a kick out. I think that means there is covers. There's no referee in the ring. Bobby climbs to the top rope. He calls for it. Bobby hits the black sheep. And followed by the classic stomp, which is covered. 1, 2, and a kick out from Gerald. Bobby can't believe it. The black sheep is Bobby's best shot. Bobby climbs. Bobby reaches the top of the cage. Bobby slips out. And Gerald just knows that there's no more point. Bobby, feet hit the floor, and Bobby is your winner. So, I think Gerald will think twice next time before he calls before he calls Bobby a goat again. Someone did it earlier when I was watching a live stream, but I've already forgotten who it was. I think it was Goddess. Yes, last night actually, he was calling him a goat. But of course, Bobby and Goddess can't fight because of stupid not stupid TTW. No, not because of stupid TTW. Because of stupid WWE2K17. It was you, Goddess. Well, Bobby can't get his hands on you, so I guess you got away with that one. And the next match is for the TTW Women's Championship. Now this was a bit of a complicated setup, but there was a fatal four-way to declare the TTW Women's Championship #1 contender. That Kinko Clicks won. Later, because she failed to win the fatal four-way, there was a match made with Amelia Jane and our TTW Women's Champion Ubanoob after Amelia Jane attacked her during a promo, and Amelia Jane pinned the champion. So Mr. Mansford decided to add her to this match. So it is a triple threat table, ladders, chairs match. Now, just like the ladder match, the championship will be held. It will be placed above the ring, but this time, not only will there be ladders, there will also be tables and chairs, as if you cannot tell by it being called a tables, ladders and chairs match. We say go Uber, go Uber. Ladies say Bobby. Bobby's not in his matches. Entering the ring first, she's the woman that won the fatal four-way to become #1 contender, Kinko Clicks. Kinko Clicks is one hell of a high flyer. She seems to be able to fly from any position. She seems to be in the air. And her opponent, the badass Amelia Jane. Amelia Jane is a powerhouse that takes no shits. Was that you blowing your nose? What did Uber say? Hannah read Uber Noob's comment wrong. Blue cheese pizza. And their opponent, the champion, the TTW Women's Champion, Ubanoob, the mother of TTW. She is not holding the championship right now because the championship has been placed above the ring already. Really, I thought the reason everyone was here was to see Major Sven lose the TTW World Heavyweight Championship. And now I've said that, Q-Boo Sven. And there is the TTW Women's Championship. And Uber goes straight for Amelia Jane, but apparently that was a mistake because Amelia seems to have easily dealt. But then Kinko with a sunset flip. No cover because there is no pinfalls in this match. Uber brings in the ladder. Amelia with the clothesline. And Uber just striking the back of Amelia Jane. I didn't think Uber would be going hardcore so fast, but apparently she surprises. And a knee breaker. A very, very clever tactic. Take out the knees of Kinko Clicks, meaning not only can she not climb the ladder, but she cannot use those high-flying abilities that she has. Avoids the kick there. Uber with a clothesline. Strikes to the back. Uber, Kinko with a hurricanrana. Striking Uber while she's down. And the European uppercut. Now Amelia Jane has the ladder and just hits both women. Striking the back of Kinko Clicks with the ladder. Amelia climbs to the top, reaches for the women's championship. Kinko goes up after her, strikes the midsection, and a second and a third. Still, and Amelia just finally lets go. What a powerful right hook by Amelia. And Uber just pushes over the ladder. Drops the elbow on Amelia. And again. And stomps on the arm, trying to take out the power of Amelia. And just a nice takedown there. Okay. Uber picks up the ladder. But Kinko back into the ring. Goes for a spinning kick, but no. Uber grabs. Power slam. Bounces off the rope. Drops the elbow. And takes the ladder from Amelia and puts it down. Kicks to the ankle. Oh, looked like she was going for the get good, but Amelia says no. Kinko strikes her to the back with the ladder. Kinko climbs to the top of the ladder. Kinko on the top and jumps off the top but misses. I can't believe she went for that when there was no one around. But Kinko runs back to the top. Amelia seems to be fighting on the outside. Amelia runs to the inside, just slowly climbs up the ladder, strike to the midsection, and again, and she lets go. And again, just like before, Uber just pushes the ladder. Uber climbs to the top, reaches for the women's championship. Both other women are down. Kinko climbs to the ladder. Can Uber get in time? No. Strike, 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 strike again. And the chop. Right hook. And another. And this time it's Amelia's turn to push down the ladies. Amelia sets up the ladder, climbs to the top. Now it's Amelia's turn. And Uber gets to her feet. Uber climbs the ladder and just denies Amelia. Amelia's with both hands on the belt, but now let's go. And push down from the top. Uber reaches for the gold. It's Kinko's turn. 1, 2, 3, and another let go. That looked like an RKO off the top. I looked away for a second. And the crowd chanting, "This is awesome." It takes a long time. The right hook. Oh, and denied by Amelia. These two women just fighting on the outside. And a handstand leg drop, followed by a standing shooting star press. She's power napping. Oh yeah, Uber's just resting up so she could do that exactly. Right, climb up the ladder while the other two fight on the outside. And Uber just hanging, caught by an electric chair. But the power of Amelia to catch Uber and hit the electric chair. Amelia has cleared the ring. This looks like it's it. Amelia climbs to the top. She's got the belt. Kinko looks like she's getting up. Uber looks like she's getting up. But are they? Can they get there in time? No! And we have a new TTW Women's Champion, Amelia Jane. And I can't imagine that goes down too well. Oh no, says Hero of Oakville. Oh no. Oh no, says Kelly. Boo, says Hannah. Rigged. Amelia is your new TTW Women's Champion. Mom gotta be mad. This is where I point out that all previous champions do have a rematch clause in their contracts. When a champion loses the belts, they have an automatic rematch. So that is a thing. So don't worry, Uber, you have another shot at your belt. Or now, as I should say, Amelia's belt. And next is another match which has been building for a while, but in a very different way. This is an Extreme Rules match. This is Heroes of Oakville, who's been attempting to take down the beast that is Casual Jake every week, and Jake just denies him. Jake has Hero has attacked Jake from behind with a steel chair, and Jake just says no and takes out Hero. So this time they go one-on-one in an Extreme Rules match. Again, no disqualifications, no count out. Pinfalls must happen inside the ring. Entering the ring, the hero of Oakville. Walking to the ring with what appears to be a limp, possibly been caused by Jake the past few weeks. So the bets, which I haven't got the bets on because I think I'm going to stop using them, because it's not so much who's going to win this match, it's more how long until Jake crushes Hero. Ooh, that's not a snap moment, Hero. That's a grasping at straws moment. I just realized now I have to download 2 new logos for the belts. And I'm pretty sure I'll have to make at least one of them. Or at least poke about with one of them. Possibly 3. But we don't know what's going to happen in the main event. Jake straight in with a big boot. Goes to the outside. Does Jake even need the toys? Ooh, a strike by Hero. Another strike. Irish whips Jake into the announce table. Slams him into the hood of the announce table. And Jake looking for the toys. He's got something. What's he got? Oh, the ladder. And the ladder just planted there. And Jake with a right hook. Nothing fancy. And another. And a third. Bumping into the hood of the announce table each time. 4. And that's 5. 6. And then just with all of the power of Jake, slamming Hero into that announce table. And a right hook of his own. Hero seemed, no, pushed, denied by Jake, just being pushed away. At what point has this no longer become an irritant and just becomes bullying? But in Jake's defense, Hero wanted this match. He asked for it to be Extreme Rules. And here comes the toys. What was Hero doing? He picks up the steel chair and just plants it at the hand of Jake. Hero needs all the help he can get. And maybe that was what he was thinking, a Russian leg sweep. What looks like it could have been onto the steel chair. But Jake just tosses him over. And once again, No, they don't have kiss-only rules, I'm afraid. In the WWE, there is a Kiss My Foot match and a Kiss Me Arse match. So the losers have to either kiss their foot or their arse, because they can't say arse, because that's offensive, but they can say arse in an Irish accent. Yeah, but that's how they say it in the WWE, so that was the point. Yes, strike to the back of here. And what looked like ramming his knee into the ladder. And just more right hooks to the skull of Hero. Just wrenching the neck. This is where I remind you, the pinfall or submission needs to take place inside the ring. Again, ramming into and just slamming Hero into the announce table. But Russian, a leg sweep to the big guy. And that's a Russian leg sweep. It looked like Hero was playing to the crowd then. I think that's a big mistake. Right hook, flapjack. Hero climbs to the middle. But no. Oh, Hero's calling for something. What could Hero be calling for? The mandible claw. And Jake just... mandible claw will not be enough to take out Jake. Cover. 1, 2, and a kick out from Jake. But still, the first cover of the match was done on Jake, and it was a 2 count. Before, Heroes only managed to get a 1 count. That's interesting. Is he called it? Jake's calling for it. It's a matter of time now. Spear. Is this thing is he going to use the casual crusher? Bust open Hero. Is he going to use the casual crusher? Well, clearly he wanted more than just the spear, but he's not ready for the casual crusher. I think Jake just wants to put an explanation point at the end. Oh, Hero with a cover. 1. And a kick out. Flips Jake. Jake into the corner. Throws Hero into the corner. Takes Hero to the top. But Hero just kicks him off. A diving spear from the top. Climbs to the top. Caught in midair with a spear. 1, 2, 3. Hero climbing to the top rope, caught in mid-air with the spear. You can't say more definite. There's the first spear. Yeah, that was quick. It's always quick when these two go. But to be honest, that was the longest bout these two have had. By a quite a far. And Jake has won each time. That's what you. Maybe this is what what was been meant. It's a hero. It's Omar Spy, and Jake just seems to be dealing with him the same way he's dealt with Hero. And a spear. Omar Spy trying to jump Jake. Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. Up. And the casual crusher. He picks him up again. I take it that's what was meant by Hero should wish upon a star, or should talk to his little birds. Little birds being spies. Omar Spy. But Jake just laughs in his face. What is gonna, at the end, what is gonna stop this beast? But now we have come to our main event of the evening for the TTW World Heavyweight Championship. We have the challenger, Aries Den, versus Major Sven, your TTW World Heavyweight Champion. You're the best star in my corner. This is for the challenger, Aries Den. He won a fatal four-way to get into this match, where he beat some strong contenders. Now let's see if he can beat the TTW World Heavyweight Champion to crown himself and this match is a Falls Count Anywhere match, which again means no disqualifications and no countouts, but a pinfall can happen anywhere. It could happen in the ring, on the ramp, around the outside, backstage, on the street. Once in the WWE, the Big Show pinned someone on the wall. Picked him up, slammed him on the wall and went there, pin. So, enter in the ring your TTW World Heavyweight Champion, Major Sven Gaming. Goddess, I still believe. Hashtag, I still believe in Sven. Go Sven. Give. I want Uber to win. Your TTW Championship. Aries Den in one corner. Major Sven in the other, your TTW World Heavyweight Champion. It took a month, but apparently Major Sven has finally got the crowd behind him, which is especially surprising after he turned on the crowd, after the crowd turned on him. And we're off. Can Major Sven defend the most prestigious prize in TTW? And a European uppercut. A right hook by Aries. An arm wrench. Aries then with the power. Major Sven with the technical abilities. Strike to the back. Aries Den's finisher is the Bear Den. And Major Sven is the Yes Sir Lock. Does it look like Aries is going for the toys? And with a DDT. As you can see, the referee is following them outside the ring, because the referee will follow them anywhere they want to go. Right hook. And just a toss over the head of Aries Den. Right hook. Left hook. Right hook. And a neck breaker. Onto the concrete. Just striking the face of Aries Den. I don't think striking with the big guy is a very smart move. But Aries has played the game of his opponents before and came out victorious. If I was Major Sven, I'd be trying to out wrestle the big guy. Wear him out. And that looks like it might be what he's trying to do now with the headlock. Kick. And neck breaker to the concrete. And Aries just finally getting hold of Major Sven and just dumping him to the top of the barrier, and a big boot to the side of the head. 1, 2, and a kick out. Our first cover of the match. Strike to the back. And a right hook. And a left. And a takeover. Neck breaker. What's he got in mind? Suplex. A 3 amigos to the outside. In that tiny area. Somehow managing to pull off a 3 amigos and dropping the point of the elbow to his face. And yes lock. We've got to get yes lock locked in. Is the big guy going to tap? Is Aries Den going to submit? It does look the power of Aries, just picking him up and slamming him down. Yes, it is. Apologies. Hopefully that's a bit better. Oh, Aries taking Major Sven into the crowd. Major Sven just bringing him along. What has Major Sven got him? Aries just dragging out. Aries is dragging him along. I don't think they're going to quite. Nope, they can. Take him right along the crowd. Right hook. Yep, they're going on a journey. Right hook. Strike into the back of Major Sven. Attacking the arm. Strike in the back. Uppercut. The referee's nowhere to be seen, so I don't know what would happen if they get covered. That looked like a headbutt to me. I couldn't quite tell. Just going to and fro with these strikes. Oh, here comes the referee. Big boot. It looks like Aries got busted open there, but I'm not sure how. Maybe Major Sven hit the thumb to the eye or something and busted a blood vessel. And a European uppercut. Right hook. A headbutt by Major Sven. Just strikes to and fro. I think this is a mistake by Major Sven, but he's giving as good as he's got. Sven says no, and a clothesline. Oh, Major Sven's calling for it. In the crowd. Yes, locked in. Is Aries gonna tap? Yes, sir, lock. Aries taps. Taps in the crowd. Ladies and gentlemen, still your TTW World Heavyweight Champion, Major Sven Gaming. That's a butt. Still a butt. Still a butt. Great replay. Major Sven is still your world champion. Boo Sven, nice ass, low, woot, butt. So, that was TTW Extreme Rules. Now let me just make sure there wasn't any injuries, any news. Well, there will be news because the news. We have a new TTW Women's Champion. We have a new TTW Channels Champion. Arctos is still injured. Oh, is she still injured? Yes, she's still injured. I just clicked to. So, she has a mild injury. She is still able to compete, but there is injuries. Now, as I said before, there has been, I poked about a bit with the TTW calendar. So, the next pay-per-view, which will happen probably in 4 or 5 weeks, will be TTW Money in the Bank. A very important pay-per-view. But I will go into that later. So, I hope you've enjoyed our first pay-per-view here on TTW. If you have, please like, share, and subscribe. I am good old ktfudd. Thank you for watching.